Have you ever wondered why some things seem so difficult to achieve in your life? That promotion that never comes, that dream that feels so far away, or even those moments when everything seems to go wrong. The truth is, obstacles are not punishments. They are tools from God to prepare us for something much greater. Yes, the challenges you face today have a purpose: to shape you, strengthen your faith, and take you to a level you never imagined possible. But here's what no one tells you. While you struggle with problems, you're being trained for something extraordinary. God doesn't waste pain, and every difficulty is a piece in the puzzle of your purpose. What if I told you that understanding this could completely change the way you view your challenges? Today, we will reveal the secret that turns obstacles into opportunities and frustrations into growth. Often, when we feel the spark of a dream growing within us, the temptation to share it with the world becomes almost irresistible. However, Dave Leonardo reminds us that wisdom lies in knowing when to wait. Silence protects God's plans, shielding them from external interference and misunderstandings. Think of a delicate sprout. Exposed too early, it cannot withstand the wind or the weight of others' expectations. That's why guarding your dreams with prayer and reflection is an act of trust in the right timing. Silence is also a powerful tool against anxiety. Instead of announcing every step, you preserve your energy for what truly matters: execution. Anyone who has decided to start a diet knows this well. Sharing your plans with everyone often attracts unsolicited opinions or critical gazes. Instead, by choosing to work quietly, the results speak for themselves, and the impact is even greater. Additionally, silence creates space for patience. In a world that values speed, waiting has become a challenge. But great achievements require time, and God's plan is no different. Observe nature's cycle. A seed needs darkness and care to grow into a tree. Similarly, your plans must mature away from the spotlight before they're ready to bear fruit. Finally, keeping your plans private is an act of humility and wisdom. When we learn to trust the right moment, we show that our faith aligns with God's will. This patience allows the plan to develop firmly, like a solid construction. It is in this process that we begin to understand the importance of those who journey alongside us. The story of Joseph is a true lesson about the danger of sharing dreams prematurely. As a young man, Joseph shared his dreams with his brothers, who, driven by envy, plotted to destroy him. This episode teaches us that not everyone around us is ready to understand or support our visions. There are moments when keeping what God reveals to us a secret is a strategy for protection. After all, even a great dream can be stifled by others' ill intentions. The challenges Joseph faced, such as being sold into slavery and unjustly imprisoned, are clear examples that the journey can be full of twists and turns. Yet, even amid these difficulties, he maintained his faith and worked with excellence. His attitude inspires us to persevere, even when everything seems lost. The key is to persist and allow God to shape us as we walk the path. Interestingly, it was through his discreet and persevering demeanor that Joseph earned the trust of others. He didn't need to prove his dreams to anyone. Instead, he let his actions speak for themselves. By interpreting Pharaoh's dreams, Joseph was elevated to a position of prominence. This moment teaches us that when we trust God's timing, He places us where we need to be without unnecessary human effort. Therefore, Joseph's story emphasizes that sharing dreams requires discernment. Ask yourself, who can genuinely support you in this plan? Not every ear is trustworthy, and learning to discern this is part of personal growth. This wisdom is essential to avoid distractions and focus on the divine purpose being fulfilled. Knowing who to share the most sensitive parts of your life with is a skill that can save dreams and preserve your peace. Some people are great listeners, but not everyone has the maturity or openness to understand your deepest goals. This is why discretion becomes a valuable ally. Imagine sharing your plans with someone who only sows doubt or criticism. It can be like watering a plant with poison. Choose your words and your companions wisely. Furthermore, discretion is a way to protect relationships. How many times have misunderstood information caused unnecessary conflicts? By learning to filter what you share, you avoid misunderstandings and often free yourself from draining situations. For instance, in a workplace setting, keeping certain projects or decisions confidential can prevent rivalries or even subtle sabotage. This practice does not mean living in suspicion, but rather choosing to share only with those who have already proven themselves trustworthy. It could be a close friend, a mentor, or someone with experience in a specific field. When you carefully choose who to trust, you create an environment of genuine and constructive support where criticism becomes guidance rather than destruction. Discretion is also a testament to emotional maturity. Those who know how to keep information private also know how to recognize the right time to act and speak. This balance reflects wisdom and prevents unnecessary strain. As you become more selective, it becomes clearer how this not only strengthens your plans, but also deepens bonds with people truly aligned with your purpose. Trusting in God's purpose is a daily exercise in faith, especially when facing challenges that seem beyond our strength. When obstacles arise, the natural tendency is to question, why is this happening to me? However, these situations are often part of God's plan to shape and prepare us. It is like a sculptor's work. Raw material undergoes chiseling until it becomes a masterpiece. Thus, every difficulty has the potential to transform us into something greater. During adversities, trusting in God's plan allows us to see beyond what is visible. Think of someone who lost their job but discovered through that a new calling or even the opportunity to start a business. These moments show us that even when everything seems out of control, God remains in command, adjusting every detail in His perfect timing. Moreover, trusting in God's purpose gives us strength to withstand opposition. Many people give up before seeing the final outcome because they cannot handle the challenges. However, those who persevere understand that battles are part of the journey. It is in these moments that faith becomes the greatest fuel, enabling us to move forward even when the road seems long and arduous. This trust also reflects how much we believe in God's power over our lives. When we surrender our fears and uncertainties to Him, we experience a peace that surpasses understanding. At this point, things begin to align because instead of fighting against circumstances, we learn to walk with confidence. After all, God's purpose never fails, and those who trust in His plan always reach the right destination. Learning to celebrate the success of others is an essential step in strengthening your own journey. Often, the shine of others' achievements can evoke feelings like envy or comparison, but these emotions steal the joy and gratitude for what we already have. When you learn to value the progress of those around you, you create an environment of mutual encouragement. As the saying goes, a candle loses nothing by lighting another. Celebrating the success of others is also a way to practice humility and acknowledge hard work. Imagine a colleague who received a promotion. Instead of harboring resentment, sincerely congratulating them can open doors for inspiration and new opportunities. This habit teaches that every achievement has its time and that recognizing the efforts of others is part of personal growth. Additionally, when you support others' triumphs, you strengthen relationships and build a genuine support network. People who celebrate together form stronger bonds based on respect and shared joy. For example, celebrating a friend's new business venture can not only inspire you, but also spark new ideas for your own projects. It's a positive cycle that broadens possibilities. Finally, celebrating the success of others teaches us to trust even more in God's timing for our lives. When we admire what happens in others' journeys, we realize that His plan is unique for each of us. This reinforces the certainty that, while waiting for our moment, God is already working to ensure everything happens at the right time. And in the process, we prepare to be celebrated as well. Now that you understand the secret behind obstacles, ask yourself, how can you view your challenges differently? Are you missing opportunities for growth because you're only focused on the difficulties? The hardest moments are not the end of the road, but the steps that lead you to the top. Are you ready to transform every problem into a tool for growth? Remember, God is in control, and obstacles are proof that He is working in you. So, choose to believe, act, and trust. And here's an invitation. If you want to keep learning more about how to face life's challenges with faith and wisdom, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. That way, you'll never miss a new lesson that could transform your journey.